Wow. Finally, today is Saturday, September 17th. I can't believe it's been 20 years since this video game came out. I call this one Taz Wanted. But let's not waste any time and focus on the story of the game. The game is simple. When She-Devil and Taz are separated by Yosemite Sam, Taz breaks out of his cage and he is associated by Tweety that he's been sent on a quest to rescue She-Devil. However, Sam summons his Taz catchers to kidnap Taz and put him back to the cage where he can be put to house arrest. But Taz doesn't get time for that, as he must find a way to destroy all the signs. So, first of all, he explores the Taz Mania Zoo as he explores the first 3 locations he visits. Even though one by one he has to destroy the first 21 signs in the zoo. But then, after visiting the first 3 levels, he confronts Gossamer in a game of elephant pong. But however, when Yosemite Sam drives his tow truck to San Francisco with She-Devil, Taz chases him to San Francisco, where he has to go to a construction building that was unfinished to pretty much destroy more signs, and go into a mall to go full stealth mode on pretty much like being like Sly Cooper meets Spider-Man. However, it gets more complicated as he destroys a few more signs, but then it gets really worse when he gets sent to the Gladiators showdown on Daffy Duck. But as Taz has to find a way to distract Taffy before Daffy can ram him like a big old sheep, as it's a huge shout to his 85th anniversary. For some reason, after he wins the game show, Taz explores the desert while Sam is driving his tow truck. While exploring the desert, he stumbles upon a haunted house where he has to battle some spooky monsters involving around in the haunted house. However, it gets complicated that after destroying some signs, he travels to the desert after escaping the haunted house and finds Yosemite Sam in a train. However, all I can get is that I get majorly Bullet Train vibes if it was set in the Wild Western times. Wow. Why would Taz want to predate this from Bullet Train? I know, I'm waiting to see Bullet Train next week, maybe like in 2 weeks' time. But I promise it might be on Netflix. Anyways, let's not waste any time and focus on this. At one point, Sam goes on the offense by throwing some dynamite bombs to destroy Taz. But Taz uses a football helmet to pretty much distract himself from doing this. However, as the train explodes, he crash lands back on his island where he started from, but it's now being converted into a theme park, which is actually a front for a dormant volcano. However, as Taz destroys all the other signs he's done, like he did in the desert, he's stuck in the volcanic lair where Sam lures Taz to a trap. And this time, Sam goes full Gollum mode within the Chamber of Fire that has become converted into a disco hall. A disco ballroom on steroids. But then, when he escapes as the volcano was about to erupt, he gets lifted away into a blimp, only to realize it was Tweety all along. How shocking it was. This whole Taz catcher thing was actually Tweety's idea all along to convert his island into a dormant volcano. And then Taz gets really mad at Tweety that in rage, he pretty much decides to destroy absolutely everything in the blimp. And then Taz then unleashes his supersonic screaming technique to pretty much throw Tweety away from the blimp. And it sounds like how Darth Vader threw Palpatine into this bottomless pit to the Death Star from Star Wars. At least they're trying to reference this. But I'm not going to talk about Star Wars right now because I'm not in a Star Wars mood. All I can say is the game is quite hilarious. The way you see the game is fun. The plot of the game is quite easy to explain. The CGI animation, the cel shading, It predates Spider-Verse by a long shot. Although it reminds me of so damaged and, yes, that much. It's kind of interesting for me to understand. As I learned that the mechanics were awesome, and everything in this game is so cool, maybe the soundtracks were hilariously cool. The only bad qualities in this game I can think of is that we don't see any appearances from Roadrunner, Speedy Gonzales, Granny, Bugs Bunny, and Lola. For no reason that they never showed up in this video game. I know it's a shame they never got a chance to appear in it. I'm guessing there was an unused PS2 demo prototype that was leaked around May 2002. Around the same time, Rayman 3 had a demo version of its own. It was originally released at the E3 convention on May 17th, 2002, but there was an August 2002 version. It looked very different. The demo is very different to the final product that we got from. It looks kinda different, but I know it's just a demo disc of that official magazine. Or I could say it's nothing special. Yeah, this is what Taz Wanted could look like. But, anyways, this 2002 video game is by far the best of the bunch. I would give this one a 10 out of 10. For learning how it's so cool. I know Blitzgates built this game. They published this game because they went bankrupt in 2013, and for even grabs, it's now called Atari. For some reason, Atari did KO the Kangaroo, and its sequel, KO Challengers, aka KO the Kangaroo Round 2. Which was in fact the only thing I can really explain why I don't know what they're up to. They're still in France for some reason because it's French. Enough for the Frenchness. I gotta get out of here before I get my phone call.